Hi everyone, I know you can't see me, but this is a test on using the Fat Gecko and pointing the camera not towards the driver, but towards the street. In particular, doing it in 4K and also testing and pushing the camera to its limits. Right now we're at 1600 ISO f2.0 and 1/60th of a second. Now, one of the great things about the Gecko is that it has been very invaluable in holding the camera in position. I used it a lot for the X100F, and now I'm using it for the Fuji X-E3. One of the things that I've noticed, or one of the things I'm noticing right now, is that you can see the histogram while recording. And don't remember if the X100F did that. It might have. But it's really nice to have the histogram live while you're recording. It gives you a sense of, you know, the darks and the lights and the brights. But right now I'm using also the single autofocus single, so I half press the button and it's going to focus on whatever it sees in front of it. Could be the glass or it could be after the glass, I don't know. Right now it says I still got 8 minutes to go, and we'll run it as much as we can, and maybe we'll have a little conversation behind the scenes or something. Right now I'm heading home, and I've been using the Fuji X-E3 a little bit more today than I did yesterday. I'm trying to get a sense of the camera's capabilities, and one of the things that I'm working very hard to do is seeing how much different this is compared to the X100F. And already off the bat, the changing the lenses is a big deal. As to comparing this to something like the X-T2, well, that's a different story. As a matter of fact, looking at the X Pro 2, it seems like this is probably its baby brother, because the layout is very similar, except that, of course, the X Pro 2 has an optical viewfinder, and that's why sometimes a lot of people say that the X100F is its baby brother or cousin. Maybe this Fuji X-E3 is its cousin to the X Pro 2. And looking behind the screen, let's see. Looking behind the screen, I don't see too much noise. Then again, I'm not really seeing the blacks very well. I have another 6 minutes to go. I don't see too much noise in the blacks, but then again, I won't know until post. Will be very interesting to see how big the file is, the file size. I believe we have 10 minutes of 4K capabilities. Now, one thing that you cannot do with the Fuji X-E3 or the X100F or the X-T2 is connect the USB directly to the camera, so while it's recording, it's charging the battery. It doesn't have that capability, so you can only do one thing or the other. Right now I'm using the 23 f2 lens, which is the short, small lens, much smaller than the other 23 millimeter. And I believe, what's that, a 1.4, 1.2? I can't remember. I remember using it, and it was a fantastic camera, but I never thought, I always thought that camera was a little bit fickle. No, not the camera, the lens. I mean, sorry. But it did take beautiful pictures for me. So one other thing too, that so the cool thing is it has a 23mm lens right now. I'm using the Fuji X-E3. It's connected to the Fat Gecko, and I'm able to, like I said, I'm able to turn it around, and so you can see it that it's recording kind of like at an angle. And it's at an angle because if I move it more to the left, you'll see the suction cup, and of course the glass, the front glass is at an angle. It's hard to point straight because the snout of the lens is a little bit longer than, say, something like the lens of the X100F. Definitely, like in this situation, there's no way I could use the 1655 lens in this type of setup. Be interesting to see how it records in terms of, do you see any like any of the buildings like jiggle or anything like that, or any moray. So that's going to be very interesting to check out. I'm not driving very fast. I'm driving like 35 miles per hour or something. We are now, wow, almost 3 minutes to go. That's pretty incredible. That's pretty fast, actually. And definitely black and white is going to give me a better sense of the tones, especially now that's kind of dark. So it gives me an idea. Right now we're going to go inside of Jack in a Box, one of these Jack in a Boxes, and I'm pretty sure the light's going to blow out. It's going to be too bright. So we'll see if we get there before the time runs out. So one more time, the ISO is at 1600. Wow. Okay, 1600. Hopefully I didn't say 3200 before, but 1600 ISO. Oops. Somebody's stuck there. Oh, great. Okay. 1600 ISO. Okay. Thanks. 1600 ISO, 1/60th of a second, and it's f2.0. And like I said, it's going to probably get a little bit brighter just because there's more light. And we'll see if we can hear anybody speak. No thanks. Let me have a large unsweetened tea.
Large unsweetened iced tea?
Yes.
Okay.
And that's it.
Anything sweet?
No, not today. Thank you.
Yes, okay, thank you.
All right, bye-bye. Well, let's see if you heard that. Definitely there's some more lighting here, but it doesn't look blown out. And looking at the histogram, would be very interesting to see what it's metering. It says it's kind of dark. Now, using it for the last, I would say 35 minutes, I'm already at 2 bars. So it says that we're down to like 36 seconds. So we'll definitely keep that. I'm going to move this to show you that that's what you would see if you would move the camera more forward. There's no way you can do that. Actually, I'm going to turn it around, and maybe you can see me here. And definitely would be nice to know how I look. All right, so I'll be seeing you later. Bye-bye.